Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today, Tulsi Gabbard, Jimmy Dore. Little flashback, maybe a little reminder. But first, please don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out. Rate them, share them, donate. Do it now. All right. So this is a flashback to when Tulsi Gabbard, during her, confirmation hearing, to be a director of national intelligence, and we're gonna look through the lens of Jimmy Dore. The name of the video is Tulsi flip flops on Soleimani assassination. Oh no, that can't be good. Tulsi's one of the fighters, right? The fighters for righteousness. All right, Jimmy, give me the bad news. Here it is. Here we go.
Tulsi Gabbard calls Soleimani strike. So here is where she has to do a flip-flop on what she said so she could get confirmed. Remember how Edward Snowden told her, hey, go ahead and call me a traitor if they'll get you confirmed. Do what you have to do to get confirmed. That's what
That's what Edward Snowden said? Say whatever you have to do to get you. But if you're compromised, if you're already beginning the little tumble of compromising, what makes you think that it won't continue? As my last video just dictates, the compromising is still continuing. The only thing I've seen from Tulsi so far is her standing at the fucking border saying terrorists are going to come in through the fucking border. We need border security, which is just in line with what Trump was doing anyways. More neocon bullshit. So,
Hey Jordan, I'm I'm short on rent, and the car keeps overheating. But I gotta do whatever I can to get to work. So fuck that antifreeze. I gotta do whatever I gotta do to get to work.
pour milk into the radiator.
Yeah, pour hot water in the radiator. I gotta get to work. Whatever I gotta do to get to work. You know what I mean?
I mean, here's the thing. Is this thing with this heroism of political people? Now, I do think there's room for like looking for heroic acts or heroic people doing things. Like, but I'm not gonna sit here just like the same thing I said with Assange. Like, I don't look at these guys as fucking heroes. I just don't. There's not enough there. Like, personally. So using Edward Snowden's, here's the strategy she used. Just lie. Like no. What? Because you showed some papers to people? You whistle blew some documents doesn't make you fucking Jesus all of a sudden. Doesn't make you Superman or Batman and shit. So no, just using his name right there in this instance means nothing to me when it comes to the main point, which is righteous, moral people overstepping corruption. Now, if you have, let's theoretically say Tulsi Gabbard is one of these righteous people, and you have her morals being, and her acts of moral and the integrity of it being chipped away and chipped away and chipped away, then you're just going to end up with the same shit. But Tulsi's like a nice person at least. As the babies get blown up. At least it was a nice guy doing it. She tried her best. At this point right here, if you say the truth based on forget about truth. If you say what you really believe here, Tulsi Gabbard, and they deny you, then that's the breaks. And those are the breaks. Break it up. Like, it is what it is. Like, oh, it's instead of me becoming part of the problem, I'm gonna recognize that, like, oh, they're the fucking problem. Me being honest gets me kicked out of something. Then it's like, okay, we got bigger problems to deal with. And guess what? Those are the very things that are needed to be addressed when it comes to government actions. It's honesty, integrity, being transparent. Those are the things that are needed. So you giving those little factors up it's not some little simple white lie throwaway. Like, you're actually like compromising things. Like, truly. Because what, are you gonna lie here, get into office, and then tell us the truth about Soleimani? Like, no.
No, it's never gonna get brought up again, and only to say Trump is right.
So then, what's the point of that? If Tulsi Gabbard is this righteous person, what the fuck is her point being there? If she's just gonna be chipped away and compromised, has she moved Trump anywhere? Did she say, "Hey, Trump, don't bomb Yemen right now. Don't do that"? Did she stop it? Nope.
Nope.
Can't she stop it?
Didn't she write bills to stop funding, or like people bombing Yemen and shit?
Yes, she's a part. Yes. Well, it was actually the Democrats and the Republicans working together to say, "Hey, yo, don't do this," or let's take away government, or take away our weapons being sold to Saudi Arabia because of the way they're bombing Yemen. Trump vetoed it.
Yeah.
Look at that. And then with the Soleimani thing, he talked to no one except Netanyahu. Apparently, Netanyahu and a special few people in his cabinet, and probably some generals and shit, knew that he was going to kill Soleimani that night. Nobody else was given a heads up about it. Nothing. Which I think was part of Tulsi's main complaint. But now that's okay. Well, just do whatever you got to do to get elected, to get that position. Sorry, it's just gonna get circular here because it's like lie to get in there, but then you end up just doing what they're doing anyways. Thus, you're not changing anything.
Oh, wait till you hear Jimmy and Kurt, dude. That shit's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, just do something that intuitively is immoral. Let's do that because Edward Snowden said it's okay. Like, fuck Edward Snowden. Who gives a shit what the fuck he thinks about that shit, bro?
Well, it's like I do something that you perceive as politically moral. Now everything I do is good. Everything I do or say is the word of God, basically. That's what Edward Snowden's in right now. He's bringing Edward Snowden in as if he's John, one of God's disciples and shit. Like, yo, he said it was okay. He said, "Don't worry, lie." So you imagine Jesus telling someone, like, "Yo, lie, so we can get this to happen." It's like, bro, that it just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to do that.
Listen, my son. Sometimes you got to shake a little ass, knock some drinks over.
You gotta do a little yoga videos.
Sometimes you got to sit there with 3 hours with Jocko Willink as he lies about foreign policy that you know better about. You just have to sit there and just let him say it in front of millions of people on the Joe Rogan podcast. Sometimes just, my daughter, you must let this happen. Let Jocko's dumb fucking face make noise for 3 straight hours without you pushing back on it. Fuck. Anyways, let's continue.
Get confirmed. Remember how Edward Snowden told her, "Hey, go ahead and call me a traitor if they'll get you confirmed." Do what you have to do to get confirmed. That's what Edward Snowden was telling
Sacrifice
her.
your beliefs.
And here she's going to do what she has to do to get confirmed. Watch this.
And last, I want to return to the Soleimani strike. At the time, you said it was illegal, that President Trump did was illegal, would cause very significant problems down the line. What is your position on that strike, and will you be able to advise the president in future issues with regard to national security?
Those broader issues that I raised with regard to war powers, I have been consistent on. I didn't have access to all of the information behind that strike at the time, and my concerns were that that may be an escalatory action. President Trump was right. There was no escalation beyond that, and his policies towards Iran...
Bullshit. Bullshit, bro. Regardless of what the hindsight fucking event that follows, regardless of that, in the meantime, you know that shit's wrong. You know that shit.
And it wasn't done under this pretext. She's like, what did Trump say? Trump didn't say anything about, like, they're doing revisionist history, like, well, he didn't do anything, they didn't do anything after I killed him, so I was justified. That's what she's saying. In reality, what Trump was saying was, oh, this guy was putting American soldiers' lives in danger.
Yeah.
And I think he said that I think he said the opposite of what he was doing. He was aiding ISIS or some shit like that.
Well, he said this guy. This guy's responsible for thousands of American soldiers dying, which is
Yeah.
the Dick Cheney line of giving Soleimani credit and saying like, oh, this guy created the modern IEDs, these anti-tank fucking explosives and shit that have killed American soldiers, but they're giving him full credit for it when that's not even the case. They're saying that he taught like Al Qaeda and all these fucking groups to use these things and kill American soldiers, which is just it's Dick Cheney made that up in years ago, and Trump used it as an excuse to missile strike him when he killed him. So yeah, bullshit. Like, by the way,
It just goes back to this guy. This guy, Jimmy, his number, like his one of his top 3 claims to fame during this channel was covering like foreign policy. It's on the top 3 of things that attracted an audience towards him. Like, no, I'm gonna tell you how it is.
yeah,
This and that. And then it's like, yo, Jimmy, you covered the topic. You know what Tulsi's saying is incorrect. But because you're playing on a team, it turns all your reporting into like coloring book material. Like you, like yo, you, like it's really like it's really it really doesn't matter what you said in the past. It only matters what you can weave now with your narrative.
imagine you could do that with almost anything, Tulsi. As far as like, if your stated ideas of like what you want to happen from some sort of military action, you could pick like if you're willing to like, let's be real, betray morality. You could say anything. You could say, oh, this bombing in Yemen. Well, look at the after effects. It's justified because things don't work in a vacuum like that. One thing always leads to another. Like, they're lucky Iran showed some sense of restraint. Like, they could have bombed the shit out of U.S. soldiers that night. They could have, but they're probably worried about the blowback. That the blowback that Trump apparently is not worried about. And those events did not lead to just nothing. It leads to the next event, and then the next event, and tensions rising against with Iran and Syria and Iraq and Afghanistan and Russia and China and any nation watching this event go down, where it's like, damn, he'll just willy-nilly kill a fucking like number 2, number 3 guy in the fucking country of some other country, some high-up general. He'll just fucking kill him. Incredible. I'll kill an Iranian in Iraq while he's with other Iraq fucking fighters from other armies. You're telling me that had no blowback, Tulsi? That's a lie, bro. You know better than that. So you're lying. Jimmy knows she's lying. It's incredible. Like, but these, once again, I always warn about the strategic mindset when it comes to politics, these strategy things, instead of having morals and sticking to them, having principles and sticking to them. Apparently, the way to make things work, which doesn't actually work, is to just do some strategy bullshit. Jimmy will strategize, and he's getting nothing that he wants. Tulsi can't do what she wants to do, allegedly wants to do. Trump is not, just this peacetime president that you fucking boost him up to be. Or, at the very least, a less war president than Biden. He's not showing that either. So you're getting nothing out of this. But all you're doing is compromising yourself. So...
Well, let's be honest. Let's get dark. She's preparing herself for the future. You know where that goes.
Maybe a future run-up president.
Yeah, definitely.
But then, if that's the case, like, Jimmy's gonna, hey Jimmy, you're gonna have to follow your advice, following Edward Snowden's advice. You're gonna have to lie and keep your mouth shut about all the problems with Tulsi Gabbard.
I don't think that's a problem for him, to be honest with you.
Well, let's do the Jimmy strategy and wait and see what happens. Instead of getting out in front of it and be like, yo guys, this could be a problem. Instead of giving a warning based on evidence, not just some out of nowhere, I hate this person or I hate that person shit, but actual evidence of like, yo, this shit might not work out, Jimmy. Let's explain why. He's gonna have to I have to turn my brain off and wait and see how it goes. Like, fuck. Isn't that the opposite of your fucking job? Literally the opposite. And the opposite of what you claimed to be doing. I was out in front of this. I was out in front of that. First of all, you weren't out in front of it. You were a little late. As far as, I guess, between you and TYT, I guess you were first. As we see TYT now copying your strategy. Oh, fuck. Hey, sometimes you gotta shake some ass, man. All right, here we go.
Significant problems down the line. What is your position on that strike, and will you be able to advise the president in future issues with regard to national security?
Those broader issues that I raised with regard to war powers, I have been consistent on. I didn't have access to all of the information behind that strike at the time, and my concerns were that that may be an escalatory action. President Trump was right. There was no escalation beyond that, and
That's not true. That is not true. In fact, Iran bombed after that. Now, did they hit direct, fucking soldiers in the face with bullets? No. But did some soldiers get fucked up? Yes. Did Iran have the opportunity to directly kill U.S. soldiers? Yes, they did. They chose not to because they're probably worried about the blowback. If you don't know that, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Go start learning some shit. Seriously. Anyways.
To all of the information behind that strike at
That's
the time.
a lie.
My
That is
concerns
a
were that
bald-faced
may be an
lie. Straight up.
Escalatory action. President Trump was right. There was no escalation beyond that.
That's
and
a lie.
his policies towards Iran turned out to be very effective for our own national security.
That's a lie as well. That is also a lie. If they were worried about Iran developing nukes, then you don't pull out of a nuclear deal with them, and you don't start funding their biggest enemy in Israel with more and more weapons to deal with something like Iran. And allow them to tote around, we're going to go to war with Iran someday, we're going to go to war with Iran. You can't. And then Trump's doing the same thing. Iran, you better watch out. They're all doing that. So, is that not escalation, Tulsi? So, yeah, you're just a liar. You're lying. And I guess Jimmy thinks that's a good idea to do because Jimmy's one of the good guys, huh? He's one of the good guys. Just lie and get in there, and then lie when you get once you're already in there. Then start compromising more. Yeah. Tell us how bad the border is when you know things about Syria that you've stated out loud on national TV. You stated these things out loud. God. Well, to be fair, I guess we had the hindsight of knowing that she's already been compromising. Already. Jimmy didn't know, I guess. He's like, fuck it, I just want to sit back and watch the material results happen. There we go.
Right? There was no escalation beyond that, and his policies towards Iran turned out to be very effective for our own national security.
It's not true. That's a lie.
So she flip-flopped on that. As Michael Tracy points out, Tulsi Gabbard now says she agrees with Trump drone assassinating Soleimani. She is retrospectively agreeing with an act she previously denounced as illegal and unconstitutional. Yeah, she's trying to get
no kidding.
Trying to get confirmed.
That's it.
Hey, do what the wokies did and sneak into the establishment and then destroy it. How about that?
Yeah, remember that?
The wokey way.
Listen to these idiots, bro.
Sneak into
Isn't that like, it's like, bro.
the wokies?
I have no words. I have no words for that.
Sneak in like the wokies did and destroy the establishment? Sure, guy. Sure. And I have a bridge to sell you. Fucking kidding me? God dang it, that's embarrassing. Maybe Jimmy should you would think an honest person would be like, damn, let me go over that shit again and damn, I was wrong about this. See, let's learn a lesson from this, everyone. Here's me whenever Tulsi was getting confirmed as the DNI. I said, hey, just lie so you sneak in and change the system from within. He needs to because let's be real. If he waits 4 years, 4 years has passed and Tulsi didn't do shit. Maybe there's a marketing thing that she does, but did she really do anything? Probably not. What are you going to say then? You're just gonna be like, oh well, that was 5 years ago. Don't worry about it. Just leave it alone. It's time to move on for the next strategy. Unreal. Like the wokies did. Shut up. Fucking dumb fucks.
Try to
Hey,
get
do what the wokies did and sneak into the establishment and then destroy it. How about that?
Yeah, remember that?
The wokey way.
The wokey way.
I wouldn't
Dumb
be overly
fucks.
concerned about people saying what they need to say to get out of an ambush trap while they're trying to get confirmed.
I don't understand why that collection
This is a simple matter of honesty, Jimmy. And you're just lie. Lie your way in. You know that's on record now, right, Jimmy? That Trump did the whole Soleimani situation. He did it correctly, according to Tulsi Gabbard, maybe future presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard. And if you don't bring that shit up, you're not worth shit. You are her then. You're another compromiser trying to get something done with some strategy shit, or it doesn't work out. When are these people gonna fucking learn? Like, yo, maybe just be honest. If they kick you out because you're being honest, then that's their fucking problem. Why are the quote-unquote good guys bending the fucking knee? It probably means because they're not actually the good guys. You know what I mean? That's probably the real reason. They're maybe the mean well guys, but they're not the good guys. Like they haven't stepped on the platform and said, I don't move from this thing right here. I am uncompromising when it comes to righteousness. I'm uncompromising. That's not a real thing in politics, apparently. It's unreal. Unfucking real. I just watched a four-way, four people that are supposed to be the good guys all tell you to, like, yeah, we should lie. From Snowden to Dore and Metzger to Tulsi. Yeah, let's lie to get our ways. Oh, fuck. One little compromise at a time, huh? Probably not one, but, you know. Anyways, here we go.
of dipshits gets to pick at all. Why is that even a thing? In private?
There
They
you
get
go.
to go in private and pick? Why aren't they lined up against a wall, Saddam Hussein style? While
Whoa.
Trump fake dabs his eyes with tears like Saddam did.
What? Okay, I remember that part for sure. I think Seb's played that shit for me. Are you saying like what? Like a firing squad? What?
I don't understand why that collection of dipshits gets to pick at all. Why is that even a thing? In private? They get to go in private and pick? Why aren't they lined up against a wall, Saddam Hussein style? Well,
God damn. A little harsh there, Kurt. And you know what? Actually, that is a good question. Why do these guys get the pick? Well, I'll let you know right now. When Tulsi just goes along with it and tries to appease them to get her position, to get confirmed, she's now holding that thing up. She's reconcreting that what they do is now legitimate. She legitimized it with her lying. But if she's like, has the image of, I'm a good guy, and look, I'm just being honest about what I think about this scenario or this situation, and they don't let me in, they look bad, not me. Or not Tulsi. Right? They look bad, not Tulsi. If she's just being honest and says like, yo, this was wrong. And it's like, I don't even, to be real with you, I can't tell who the fuck she's compromising for in that situation. Is she compromising for Trump? Is she compromising for the fucking confirmation? Maybe both? I bet these dipshits think that they might think that Trump is on Tulsi. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Tulsi. I agree with your foreign policy stances you've made before, all the corruption that you brought out. I agree with it. So just lie during the confirmation, okay? Just lie about it, and then get confirmed, and then we'll get the real work. As we can see now in the future, that is not the case. That is not the case. This is not 5D chess. Like, it is what it is. Unreal. How also? Hey, Kurt Metzger, how are people going to find out that maybe these guys are corrupt over here if the good guys corrupting themselves in front of them for the sake of their approval? It's like, duh. Is that going to be Tulsi's first measure? It wasn't, and it's not. Her first measure, let's take down the confirmation hearings. They need to be refixed, relitigated, whatever the fuck, restructured. We need new people in there. We need less corrupt people, whatever the fuck. Nope. It's just a blatant compromise that led to nothing. Led to bombs over Yemen and Somalia and Gaza and Ukraine, Russia. Bombs still going off there. You fucking idiots. Anyways, do you want to add anything, Anthony, before I end this video? Fucking nauseating, bro. Those fucking stupid motherfuckers. I guess not. Alright. There's your video. Subscribe if you like.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, God.
Nah, you're good. Nah, because I saw you put the other video up. I'm like, man, what a great time to send you this one. That's all I wanted.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it's... God damn. Like, this... I want to call it stupid, like, but like... Did I call it stupid? I don't know what to fucking call it, man. Like... The Howard Beale guy's telling everyone that, yo, lie!
I look at it as a stupid person thinking they're doing something strategic. Like, they think they're actually doing something smart, but it's beyond their head. Because the alternative is, like, straight up corruption and quid pro quo. If Tulsi goes up, I go up with her. If RFK goes up, I go up with him. That's the alternative to, oh, you're just an idiot that thought you were doing something smart by clapping for Tulsi lying in order to possibly tell the truth later in your own twisted mind.
You know what?
Your logic is like a pretzel, bro.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Because guess what? These guys these boogeymen that these guys are all worried about, they're willing to go to deeper levels of corruption than you will ever, that you can't even fucking imagine. So you trying to play at their game you're just gonna get ran over. Like, these motherfuckers will kill motherfuckers, bro. They will kill people. They'll kill people. It'll look suspicious, but they'll do it anyways. And then the public will forget and they'll move on. So you playing their games, like, you're 10, 20, 30, 1,000 steps behind. Like, lying at these little things here is nowhere near the levels that maybe the corruption and power will do. Like, nowhere near it.
Also, like, to get conspiratorial, like, look, like, I don't know what happened to Seth Rich definitively, but I'm like, yo, Jimmy, I see you barking a lot, man. You say a lot of shit about the Democratic Party, about policies regarding COVID and all that shit, and you're untouched. So in my mind, it's like, yo, what you're doing is child's play. Imagine if you actually tried to change something, what the fuck would happen? Which is leading me to the next question is, why aren't you?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from asking deeper questions? What stopped you from covering COVID for like a long time, and then you looked around, you read the room, you read the temperature in the room, like, yo, it's hot enough for me. I can do it. Or you had certain people on, like at a time where, like, oh, they had good information on that topic and other topics, and you dismiss them, and then you'll bring them on when the shit doesn't matter anymore, and they still got good shit to say. Like Whitney was telling him about the Epstein and Trump and like the hopium, and he's like, you talking about me? And then it goes from, you're talking about me, to new phone, who this? I don't know who Whitney Webb is. I don't know anything he had to say. He does that shit we watched yesterday with, like, yo, it's like, yo, it's like you got the pom poms out for Trump. Like, dude, come on.
God, I hope that interview, I hope that shit's from, like, 6 weeks ago or something. Like, it's just old. It's outdated or something. I know that's not the
It
case,
is.
but it's
I
it's
think
not.
it is because they got to edit and all that.
No, I don't think it's that old. I think he's seen enough problems. Like, there's been enough problems, and that video might be maybe a week old tops.
And that's why I brought up that he is like acclaimed as a foreign policy expert because the guy brought it up in that interview
Yeah.
where he's like, yo, it's like, yo, I think that's one thing that really stands out about you. Like, you stand out when it comes to foreign policy. And I'm like, yeah, if you're like drawing in a coloring book and you hear shit here and there, yeah, some shit might stick with you. But like you said, there's no document where he goes back and reviews what he's saying and what happened. Like, there's no checks and balances on what he says.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yo, if you're an honest actor, you'd be like, yo, I got this wrong, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, but no, it's like this it's all marketing. It's all and he's using lives, the difference between living or dying, as a marketing tool,
Yeah. God
swaying
damn it.
people's minds into swaying their minds on other people that are dictating policy, that are leading to death or
Yeah.
or prevention of death. But it's more death than prevention of death.
I mean, the statement of, "Hey, I don't care about their intentions. I care about results. So let's sit back and wait and see what happens," is the antithesis of what I thought this guy was about when I first saw him. That's the opposite. It was being ahead of things. But let's be real, he's usually late on most things, which is like not the biggest crime. Maybe he doesn't hear about the news yet. I'll be fair and say that. But like that statement he said right there in regards to the Trump administration is batshit, and this just adds evidence to it that this might be his philosophy about things. Like, oh yeah, yo, Tulsi, lie, get in there, and then, hey, we'll sit back and see what happens. Not looking good so far,
When
Jimmy.
has that ever worked? I just want someone to give me one example where that's worked. Just one.
When
Where
it,
that has worked.
when it comes to these fucking corrupt motherfuckers, never. Because like the end result, pick a president from anyone living right now, their lifetimes. Pick a fucking president. Pick anyone you want. And let's say they sat back and waited for them to do something. Like, okay, you know what? Here's the trust. I'm giving you the trust. Now go do something about it. Like, go do something. And I'll sit back and I'll wait for the results. It has never worked. In anyone's fucking life, anyone living on planet Earth, that has not happened. And I'm sure generations before that. And generations before that. And before America, where they're worshiping fucking kings or fucking pharaohs and shit. Like, the pharaoh will take care of us. And they got fucking disappointed. Sitting back and waiting for results has never been the answer, ever. It should be you waiting around like hey man, I don't know you like that, but like hopefully something changes here. Maybe I think you mean well or whatever, but guess what? I'm waiting right around the corner. If I see something off, I'm gonna let it be known, or I'm gonna outright be like, all right, I'm done with this guy. I'm done with him. Like, quit.
He tried being direct, bro. Forced the vote. It didn't work.
Oh fuck. Part of my little what's the word? My little like devious mind a little bit. It's like I almost hope it's like AOC versus like JD Vance for the presidency. and he's like, you gotta go with JD Vance. Meanwhile, on paper, AOC would represent all the shit he wants. On paper, kinda, like essentially. You may not believe her, but at the same time, this is what they said, Jimmy. And you just got to, okay, they said it, so let's sit back and wait for the results. Let's vote them in and then see the results. Why not? It's a sound strategy. But, all right, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. And with all that said, give this video a thumbs down.
say you wanna get in.